Hello guys, good day. Adilola Shokoya here. So excited to share this trading strategy with you. This is the trading strategy that will put lots of money in your pocket, like that's done in my pocket. It's a very simple trading strategy. You don't need to stress yourself. You don't need no indicator, as you can see. I'm just trading naked without no indicator. It's a strategy that will help you, whether you're a newbie, whether you have been trading for some time and you have not been profitable. Trust me, this strategy will really, really help you. It's a strategy that I know as trading from zone to zone. It will really help you. So, one of the first things you want to do is to identify your major support and resistance. Okay. So, what you want to do, you want to go to. I love to start with the monthly time frame. All right, so you go to the monthly time frame, and then you try and I'm actually on pounds USD. You can actually use this strategy for any currency, any instrument, any whatever market, whether it's crypto, whether it's forex, whether it's stocks. It's a beautiful strategy. It's strictly price action. It's actually strictly price action. The strategy that that I've been using for some time, like I mentioned, and it's really helping. So let's move on. So basically, what you want to do, you want to identify the major zones, the major support and resistance, and we want to actually form a zone around those areas, so that we can trade within those zones, as price move within those zones, so that we can trade, alongside price and follow price. So basically, what you want to do, you actually want to get your this rectangular tool, you pick it up and then you come in, and then basically the first thing you want to do is to draw your major. As you can see, you can pull back, you can pull it back to as far as you want to. But basically, what we are doing is that we are looking at the future actually, because price, our your ability to make money with price action is to you should trade, you should look at what has happened in the past to also hoping that price will behave that way. And it's not every time that price behave to what has happened in the past, but then the probability of price behaving the way it has behaved before in the future is actually very high. So say around 80%, 85%, 90%. Some people will say 95%. But as a very conservative trader that I am, I stick to around that 80, 85%. All right. And if you have a trading strategy, in fact, most traders say most advanced traders I've seen, they say if your trading strategy is actually has an accuracy of 65%, they say you are good. All right, so imagine that when you have a trading strategy that has an accuracy of about 85%. So let's move on. So you want to clone this. All right, so you can clone it. So and then so that you can set it, you can clone it for some couple of time. All you need to do is just right click and click on where's clone. I think I'm making a mistake. Okay, you click on clone. So what you want to do is you want to now, as soon as you clone it, you want to move it. Okay. So you want to now start identifying different support and then resistance. This is another support here. This one here, like the one we've identified here. This is another support here. And there's there's a resistance here. Okay. Then you want to also, because we still have spaces here. So what you want to do, you want to as many as you can do, so that you can follow price. The idea is so you can, follow price movement. Like I've been saying, if I've been in my channel for some time, price movement is a continuation. All right, it's not actually it's not a 100-meter dash. It's actually a marathon. So when market closes for retail traders, say on Friday, that doesn't mean that big people are not doing business with currency, especially when it comes to forex. So price movements still continue, okay. So when you come in on Monday or Sunday night to the market, there's still that continuation of what had happened on Friday. You still find it in the market, right? You don't come to the market on market open, say on Sunday evening, and then what you see is that the market is starting all over from the beginning. No, it doesn't happen. So what we normally have is that we have a continuation of what has happened. So what you want to do is you want to now master how to follow price. It's simple. don't complicate it. Like somebody says, trading is so simple that you will need somebody to confuse you. And that's why a lot of retail traders are losing money. But if you understand the simplicity of trading and you take it the way it is, you will not have issues. All right. So another thing we want to do, so we've started identifying all those major support and resistance, right? So same thing, you want to clone another one. Let's do one more, okay? And that's it. So there's a resistance there. So then now this is on the monthly time frame. The reason why we choose the monthly, we start from some people will start. I've seen different. Some people like to start drawing their zone. Some will start on the weekly time frame, some on the daily time frame. But I prefer to start on the monthly time frame so that you'll be able to see the market holistically and you'll be able to see price action in its beautiful form. All right. For example, this support happens in I think this was last year. This was around September, that we have the support from pounds USD when price was falling. So you'll be able to see what has happened in the past. For example, if I take my cursor here and check this candlestick, this one happened in March 2003. So what normally happens is that if you're on the daily time frame, you might not be able to see it at a glance the way I'm saying right now. All right. So once we have established this major support and resistance zone, what we now want to do is to go to the lower time frame. Okay, before we do that, let me push this down a little bit. I think that's some okay. So what we now want to do is we now go to the weekly time frame. Okay, on the weekly time frame, you can see the way it's looking so beautiful, right? So now we want to pay attention to what price is doing right now. Okay, so as you can see, now the idea is that price move from zone to zone. So and the way price movement, if you see after we bottom around there, we've been going up since then. All right. But if you pay attention, you will notice that we have pullback within this movement. Let me try and expand this so that to be clear. So you'll see that we've been having this little pullback within this uptrend. So but then as soon as price broke into, so we had a pullback around there and we formed a support around there. Okay. Then we have this very powerful bullish engulfing candle that went all the way up, and then we now broke into this zone. So what we notice that as soon as price broke into this zone, there's a major pullback. The first time, this is the first one, and then we went up again, and then we came back again to form double bottom. All right, and then we broke into this zone, and then ever since we came back again to test this trend line. And you see that price has been bouncing off from this trend line. And then that's the way it keeps going until it comes to this zone. So the idea of this trading strategy is that you want to, like I said, you want to be following price and you want to pay attention as price is moving. So as soon as you see that price has broken into this, into another zone, because presently, don't forget that we are looking at what is happening right now. Okay, not what has happened in the past. We are looking at what is happening right now. So from what we can see, as soon as price has broken into this new zone, because this is another major zone. So we want to pay attention to buy trades. Okay, you don't want to be placing sell trades. And so people call traders that trade like this one directional traders, and I think safe to say it's better to trade that way because you already know that we are in a buy, we are in a bullish trend. So you want to avoid placing sell trades, no matter how tempting that sell trade is. You want to avoid all you want to do. You want to be waiting for pullback. If I go to the daily time frame now, you'll be able to see what I'm saying properly. You will notice that price we have been having are bounces. So this is what I'm going to do on this trend line. So we have price go up, come down. It has broken to this zone, come here, within the zone, come here. Then, there was another little pullback. There's another pullback. And then you can notice that as it's breaking into those zones, okay, there's another little pullback. There's this pullback. And then there's another, uptrend. There's a pullback, just like that. you notice as it's breaking into those zones, it keeps price keeps going up. All right. The moment it breaks into a new zone, it comes back, breaks into a new zone, comes back, breaks it, and it keeps pushing, keep going up. So and then as where we are right now, if I put, let me take this away so that be clear. And then so far so good. You notice that I'm not using any indicator. I'm just following price, and then I'm just paying attention to the way price goes up and pull back, goes up and pull back. So so right about now, we are sitting on we're actually on there's a resistance there. Okay, so now we want to be smart, and you want to now wait for another pullback. Or most times, if you notice the way it is, most times we have a new resistance formed, we pull back a little bit, form a support. So what you want to do is you look for opportunity for support, for price to form a support. So, but then if I did trade and you are the type that plays trade every time, for example, I have 2 accounts, or I sometimes, when I need to, if I want to day trade, this is what I normally do. I just come to the higher time frame, like on a daily time frame. After I must have drawn my zones, and I now go to the 4-hour time frame. That's where I'll take my trades. So what I want to do, what you want to do is to look for, since we are already battling a resistance, you want to wait. You already know that we are in a buy movement. We are in a very strong bullish movement. So what you want to do, you want to wait a little bit for price to now pull back a little bit and form a support. Now, if you look at this scenario around there, you see that we form a support here. There's a support that we formed there. Before we push up. Then we battle a little. I'm now on the 4-hour time frame. You can now see what I've been explaining on the higher time frame properly. Then there's another support here. We form another support here. Okay. Then we met another resistance. We went up and they form another support. So what you will notice that what we have been forming is a higher low, because price movement is in a very strong bullish zone. Because if you look at this zone, from this zone, that's what we are trying to do. We are moving from zone to zone. So now at the present price, at the present day, price is actually battling at 1.28. So now we want to now wait for that price. You will give it time. You don't want to rush into the market. You want to wait for price to now pull back a little bit, okay, and probably form another support. Probably around what you normally have is that you normally now have support. Price now form support, at the previous resistance, which is around this area, and the previous resistance is around this area. Normally, what you normally have is that as soon as a resistance is broken, that resistance becomes support. That is basic trading 101. So as soon as support this resistance is broken, becomes a support. So what you normally have is that you have now price come and test the support again to see if this support, has this former resistance has formed a very strong support before we push up. And if you look at this support I've drawn, you notice that that's what price has been doing so far so good. So basically, so that is how you do it. Now, if we go back to, let me go back to the weekly time frame. So before I continue, before I quickly, I need you to, if this is your first time on my channel, please make sure you click on the subscribe button, like and share. Also, I'll be dropping our community. We have a very, 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 very active community on Telegram. I'm going to be dropping the link in the description. Make sure you click on that link to join us. My philosophy about trading is that you don't have to be alone. You don't have to be in your room or your phone alone. You want to be around group of people, traders, other traders that that you can always ask questions, and that's why we have started a free community. Okay. Also, we also have a course, our forex course, under the Traders Abroad Forex Mastery course. In that course, I teach everything you need to know about the strategy. I spoke about top-down analysis. I spoke about how to draw your trend line properly. How to identify support and resistance. And it's a lifetime. You have a lifetime access to that course. Yeah, and it's a video course. We did it in such a way that even if you're a novice, even if you have never traded before, you can actually, with that course, it will take you from the ABC of what forex is to the, to any level, to the advanced level. And also, if you have been trading before and you have not been profitable on that course, when you take that course will make you profitable. the kind of review we'll be getting on that course has been awesome. So I'll be dropping the link in the description below, right? And at the moment we are doing 30% off. So ensure you click on the link below and get the course. So moving on. So quickly, so before I'm rounding up now, I don't want this video to be too long. So basically, I would say that look at the uptrend. So what I want you to pay attention to is that price always move from zone to zone. If you go back to what has happened in the previous in the past, you will also notice that as price is falling also, if I take this, as price is falling also, you see that that price movement is also from zone to zone. After this zone was broken, so this is what we have. Let me quickly, as I'm rounding up, so this is what we actually have. Okay, you see that it went back up, and then we have this massive pullback, and then you notice that it moves from zone to zone. Then it went back up after breaking this zone to the uptrend. Then it came here, and then came down again. I probably came here and then came here. So you see that it works for both uptrend and downtrend. So it's not only for only uptrend alone. So I just wanted to say that it works for both uptrend and downtrend. This strategy, it's a strategy that if you take your time to master it, trust me, you'll be better for it. All right. So thank you so much. Like I said, subscribe to my channel. Click if you enjoy this content. Share and also, comment. All right. Like, share, comment. All right. So I'm going to be seeing you in the next video. Thank you so much. Bye.